Welcome children to my channel Solve Maths with Ease. In this new video, I will tell you about numbers and all their important properties. So do watch the video till end and share this video with your friends. So let us first quickly recap the type of numbers. Natural numbers. Natural numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on till infinite. Whole numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on till infinite. What are integers? Integers include the negative numbers. Okay, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. Okay, and what are rational numbers? Rational numbers are those which can be expressed in the form of p by q. Okay, where p and q are integers, and also q should not be equal to 0. So let us first discuss about the closure property. So what is closure property? Suppose I perform any operation, say a plus b is equal to c. Okay, and suppose a is a whole number and b is also a whole number, and the sum which comes out also is a whole number, then we can say that the whole number is closed under addition. So closure property for addition holds true for whole numbers, we can say. Okay, similarly, if we say a minus b is equal to c, where a and b are whole numbers, suppose, and c is also a whole number, then we can say that whole numbers are closed under subtraction. So similarly, we have the closure property for subtraction and division. So we will check whether the closure property holds true for all four type of numbers. So I have drawn a table here. Okay, so in the vertical column, I have taken the type of numbers, the natural number, whole numbers, integers, and rational numbers. And in the rows, we will record our observations for addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Okay. Okay, so let us check that on a rough sheet. Okay, suppose if I add any natural number, say 2 to number 11, the product will be 13. So you can see the sum is also a natural number. Okay, so we can say that natural number are closed under addition. So we can say yes. Now let us check for subtraction for natural numbers. Okay, suppose I take a natural number 3 and I subtract it by 5. So what is the sum result? Minus 2. So minus 2 is not a natural number. So we can say that the natural numbers are not closed under subtraction. So it will be no. Okay. Similarly, for multiplication, if we check, if we multiply any two natural numbers, say 5 into 4 is equal to 20. So the product is also a natural number. So we can say that natural numbers are closed under multiplication. So we can say this as yes. And if we perform division, okay, for two natural numbers, suppose if we divide 7 by 13. Okay, so these are not divisible. Okay, so the result comes out to be a rational number. It is not a natural number. So we can say the natural numbers are not closed under division. So similarly, if we perform these operations on other type of numbers, we will find that whole numbers are closed under addition and multiplication. Integers are closed under addition, subtraction, and multiplication. And rational numbers are closed under addition, subtraction, and multiplication. So let us check now for commutative property. So what is commutative property? Suppose we perform addition of two numbers, say a plus b. Okay, and if it is equal to b plus a, okay, then we can say that the commutative property holds true. Similarly, for subtraction, if we say a minus b should be equal to b minus a. For multiplication, it should be A multiplied by B should be equal to B multiplied by A. And for division, A divided by B should be equal to B divided by A. So let us check all these four commutative properties for all our four type of numbers. So first let us check for natural numbers. Okay. And we'll perform the addition. For example, if we add 3 plus 11, will it be equal to 11 plus 3? 14, 14. So this property holds true for natural numbers. We'll say yes. Okay. Now let us check for subtraction. Same operation we'll do. 3 minus 11 will be equal to 11 minus 3. This is minus 8 and this comes out to be 8. So this is not equal. So we will say that subtraction will not hold true for natural numbers. Okay. Similarly, multiplication, if we perform 3 into 11, will it be equal to 11 into 3? This comes out 33, this comes out 33. So yes, this is equal. So we will say yes here. And let us check for division. 3 divided by 11, will it be equal to 11 by 3? No, it will not be equal. So we will say that commutative property does not hold true for division for natural numbers. So we will say no here. So similarly, we will fill all these rows for other type of numbers. So we will find that commutative property holds true for whole numbers under addition and multiplication. Similarly, for integers, commutative property holds true under addition and multiplication. And same is for rational numbers, the commutative property holds true under addition and multiplication. So let us now check the associative property. So the associative property holds true for any number if A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. Okay. This is for addition. Similarly, for subtraction, if A minus B minus C is equal to A minus B minus C, if this is true, then the associative property holds true for subtraction. Similarly, for multiplication, if A into B into C should be equal to A into B into C. For division, should be equal to A divided by B and then divide by C. So let us perform one example on a rough sheet, then we will fill other columns and rows accordingly. Okay, for example, for natural numbers, if I perform the addition associative property, then what we'll find, let us see. 3 plus 4 plus 13, and we'll check if it is equal to 3 plus 4 plus 13. Okay, so 3 plus 4 plus 13 is 17, and here 3 plus 4 is 7 plus 13. So what it comes out to be 20, and this is also 20. So this is equal. So we can say that the associative property holds true for natural numbers under addition. So we'll say yes. So here I have filled the other rows, and what we observe is that associative property is closed under addition and multiplication for all type of numbers, and the associative property does not hold true under subtraction and division for all these type of numbers. So let us see the distributive property now. Distributive property says A multiplied by B plus C is equal to AB plus AC. Similarly, A multiplied by B minus C is equal to AB minus AC. So let us check for natural numbers. Say 5 into 3 plus 6. Okay. So we can say AB 5 3 is a 15 plus 5 6 is a 30 and here it comes out to be 3 plus 6 9, so it is 45. So here it comes out 15 plus 30 45. So yes, for natural numbers the distributive property holds true, so we can say yes. So similarly, if we see, it also holds true for other type of numbers, and for subtraction also we will see that this is true. The distributive property is not applicable for multiplication and division, so I feel not applicable for these two columns. So now let us understand what is additive inverse and what is multiplicative inverse. Additive inverse property states that adding a number and its inverse results in a sum of 0, and the multiplicative inverse of a number is defined as a number which when multiplied by the original number gives the product as 1. So here I have made this table, and suppose we take some sample numbers. For example, for natural number I take as 8, and whole number I take as 13. Integer I suppose take as minus 21, and rational number I take suppose minus 3 by 5. So the additive inverse of 8 will be minus 8, because when we add 8 into minus 8, it will result the sum as 0. Okay, so we can say the additive inverse for 8 will be minus 8. Okay, and the multiplicative inverse for 8 will be 1 by 8, because when we multiply 8 into 1 by 8, the product is 1. So we will say the multiplicative inverse is 1 by 8. So if we fill for other numbers, we will find the additive inverse for 13 is minus 13, and multiplicative inverse is 1 by 13. For minus 21, the additive inverse is 21 and the multiplicative inverse is minus 1 by 21. And for the rational number minus 3 by 5, the additive inverse is 3 by 5 and the multiplicative inverse is minus 5 by 3. At last, let us check what is additive identity and what is multiplicative identity. 0 is called the identity for addition of numbers such that a plus 0 is equal to 0 plus a. Okay. And 1 is the multiplicative identity for numbers such that a into 1 is equal to 1 into a. In both these identities, a can be a natural number, whole number, integer, or a rational number. Thanks for watching the video. Please like the video and subscribe the channel for more videos from my channel Solve Maths with Ease. Also paste your valuable suggestions in the comment section.